This latest controversy is coming from southern Indian state of Kerala. A Catholic bishop from state of Kerala, in his recent address to his church followers, had accused Islamic radicals of targeting non-Muslim youth through what he termed as love jihad and narcotic jihad. According to this Christian priest, radical Islamists are using narcotic drugs to corrupt Catholic and non-Muslim youth in the state of Kerala. These radicals are also forcibly converting people belonging to other religions. These are this Christian priest's allegations, by the way. We don't know if they're true or not. As you can imagine, this has kicked up a storm, and many on the political left are attacking the Christian priest for making these comments. I'm sure this debate will go on for many more days and weeks. In the context of these remarks by priest, I also would like to bring up another important topic that's often ignored by the mainstream. Gold smuggling. How the money generated by gold smuggling could be funding some of these jihadi elements and concerns expressed by the Christian priest. Now, Kerala's connection to gold smuggling is nothing new. This has been going on for decades now. The large number of Kerala people working in Gulf countries and long coastal line have always helped in easy smuggling of gold and other items. In fact, counterfeit currency is also smuggled into India using these channels. The real concern is the smuggling activities seem to be going up exponentially in the past 10 to 15 years. As per the reports, during 2018-2019 fiscal year, Customs had seized about 250 kilograms of gold from various airports in Kerala. Now, in 2019-2020 fiscal year, the very next year, 540 kilograms of gold was seized, which is basically the double, more than double, the amount of gold seized in the previous year. Most of the media only report the smuggling incidents and hide the identities of the people caught by the officials. Especially Kerala media outlets seem to be very shy of reporting the truth about the smugglers. So one has to read between the lines here. You can guess the people involved based on the area or region they come from. For example, here is the report from Mathrubhumi portal, dated June 30th, 2021. It reads, over 100 kilograms of gold seized from Kannur airport since it started operating. But there is a line, if you pay attention, there is a line in this report that says most of the accused till 2020 were Kasaragod natives. Well, if you know enough about Kasaragod, it's very easy to guess who the culprits are. Now, the Mangalore airport in the neighboring state of Karnataka has done a better job of disclosing the names and the identities of gold smugglers. Almost every culprit caught by the Mangalore airport authorities in the last 10 to 20 years belongs to Muslim community. Here is a fascinating report on one of the news portals. The report says, it's raining gold in Mangalore International Airport. And it talks about Mangalore Airport and goes on to say, majority of the persons who were caught for smuggling gold belong to Bhatkal in Uttara Kannada and Kerala. Again, you all know what Bhatkal is known for and who predominantly live in that town. Very easy to guess the details here. The report doesn't specifically say or give the details about the culprits, but by referring to Bhatkal and Kerala, you know who those culprits are. Very easy to guess. In fact, there was a murder of 2 gold smugglers in the city of Mangalore back in 2014. The smugglers who later became murder victims and those who carried out the murders, they were all Muslim youth from Kerala. So you get the idea here, right? So let's take a look at a few more reports here. This one is from August 21st from Manorama report portal. It says customs seized gold worth of 1 crore rupees from Kannur native. Goes down, says in June, the customs had seized over 2 kilograms of gold from a Malappuram native at the Kariput airport. Again, you got to understand the references to Kannur, Malappuram, easy to guess the identity of gold smuggler here. Next one comes from Indian Express, January 12th, 2021. The Customs Department has seized gold to the tune of 50 lakh from a passenger at Kannur International Airport on Monday. According to the officials, the person taken into custody is Siddiq of Kasaragod. And then blah, 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 right? Once again, you can read the names of individuals, at least in this report, but most of the reports don't talk about names. It will simply use the code word. It will say they're from Kasaragod, they're from Malappuram, right? So it's very easy to guess who the people are. So as you can see, there is a pattern here. It's hard to ignore how they all come from the same community. I don't know why there is a reluctance on the part of media not to acknowledge it. In fact, they want to hide it. Imagine this for a second. Imagine this, all right? Every bicycle thief in the past 5 years happens to belong to one specific town. Would you hide this fact? Or report it and try to address the root cause? What would you do? What's the right thing to do, right? So this is not about this or that. It's about reporting the truth. So we have to ask a few questions here. Is gold smuggling spinning out of control in Kerala? Because the number of cases seem to be going up. And not just a small percentage, it's actually doubling, right? So if this is the case with gold smuggling, what about the counterfeit currency smuggling? Because that's much more dangerous. That's a bigger threat, right? We need to be worried about it. Then why are media outlets trying to cover up the people and community involved in gold smuggling? They intentionally withhold names of the smugglers in these reports. Why are they doing it? Who are they trying to protect? Are they not interested in informing their audience? Why are the media and some of the political parties not interested in addressing this issue? What are they afraid of? And the next question is, what should moderate, hardworking, well-intentioned Muslims in Kerala do to address this problem affecting the youth in their own community? I think they need to do something to stop this trend, because they stand to lose the most, as the entire community can get blacklisted if the trend continues. Then who stands to gain from these illegal activities? Are extremist organizations using this to fund their anti-national activities? Police have to look into this. They have to look into any nexus between these smuggling groups and mafia characters like Dawood Ibrahim operating out of Pakistan. And finally, how does this impact social life and culture in Kerala? Because these things have a consequence. These illegal activities have been putting tons of money in the hands of certain community. And is this resulting in youth from certain minority community giving up education and getting sucked into illegal activities including jihad. Is this why public figures like this Kerala Catholic Bishop are expressing concerns over love jihad and narcotic jihad? So you can't ignore these things. Well, friends, as usual, this is one of those sensitive topics to talk about, but the truth is the best medicine, and we can't hide it forever. We need to be honest and discuss these difficult topics without demonizing anyone, right? That's the most important thing. But we need to talk about them. Because if you ignore these socio-economic problems, it only leads to a bigger issue down the line. The recent comments by the Kerala Bishop and his concerns over, how youth from his communities are getting corrupted is a wake-up call, is an indication that this model is not working. You can't just look the other way and try to ignore the problem. It doesn't go away. Anyway, let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. Thank you.